Wenatchee is gorgeous in the spring with its lush green rolling hills, abundant wildflowers everywhere, and the views of the Columbia River. The local food scene offers an abundant selection of authentic international cuisines featuring the unique farm-fresh ingredients of the region. Wenatchee is also home to award-winning wines, handcrafted hard ciders, and a talented handful of local brewers producing fine craft beers. Visit Wenatchee, the heart of Washington State.
New on Curiosity Stream. Deformed trees, mutated wildlife, and no humans for miles. 10 years after the disaster at Fukushima, see what this irradiated ecosystem can teach us about nuclear fallout on Radioactive Forest. Plus, looking for the most diverse marine life on the planet? Dive into the Coral Triangle and experience a frenzy of wildlife you've got to see to believe on nature's greatest secret. It's all on Curiosity Stream. Annual plans are $20, just $1.67 a month. Visit curiositystream.com.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. And you know about us, we're all about showing you the excellence in broadcasting, and we've got to send it down to Jeff McAdams, who is a news reporter for Fox 5 San Diego. Man, this dude thought he was talking about one experience and ended up having another real intense experience happen behind him. He was on camera talking about how Comic-Con has been canceled, and next thing you know, a police shootout breaks out behind him.
Citing the ongoing pandemic as the reason for the cancellation, this is a big, big loss. We spoke to Trevor Christensen, who owns Activation Pros. They help staff about 200 people every year during the Comic-Con. There's something going on here in the distance. I think we have an officer-involved shooting. Excuse me, I'm going to see if we can come back out live. There's a shooting going on right now between an officer and a car that he had just pulled over. Forgive us for getting onto the story that we're covering. We don't know a lot about what's going on right now or how much we want to cover it.
The guy didn't even miss a beat.
No, he's a professional.
And then he apologized. He's like, hey, sorry, I know you want to hear about Comic-Con, but there's people being shot behind me. No big deal.
He did break a little bit. He goes, well, I don't know what we can tell you, and I don't even know if we want to cover this story because there's a lot of bullets flying.
That is insane. Dude,
Yeah.
if I'm Jeff for Fox 5, Jeff is running to the van. It's like, I'm out, bitches. Screw Comic-Con and screw this neighborhood and screw this job. I'm out.
So what you're saying, if it was Steve McMiggs reporting,
Yes.
he's McGone, is what you're saying.
Yeah, and then I'm going to McDonald's to get myself some McNuggets.
Yeah, well,
forget about this situation.
Jeff's a professional, Steve. Okay?
Clearly.
Jeff is a professional, and here's more from Jeff as he's explaining what is going down.
We saw this officer pull over the car about 2 minutes before our live hit. We are a safe distance away, and we're going to kind of stay back. We did see an officer backpedaling as he fired off a couple of shots and retreated. We can see him standing about 80 feet behind his patrol car right now, and we don't know where the suspect might be. So, Phil, we are going to send it back to you so we can get a safe distance away.
Well, that's great, but what about Comic-Con?
Yeah, Comic-Con, I'm afraid, is not going to happen, Steve. A lot of us, including, up here, well, our Comic-Con's not happening either. At least not in March when it's supposed to. No one was injured. That was the most amazing thing because I counted between 5 and 10 shots.
Yeah.
And no one was injured. And that is really good news because, sometimes when you hear about a cop pulling somebody over and then all of a sudden shots ring out, it's not usually good for the police officer because there's a big surprise. So I am happy that nobody was hurt with all those shots that were fired.
Again, credit to this Jeff guy. I mean, he made it sound like they weren't super close, but close enough to hear that gunshot. And I would start stressing.
So I've never really heard live gunshots that I can remember, like from a distance, and it sounds like firecrackers.
Yes.
I would have thought those were firecrackers.
There were times growing up where I was like, why are fireworks going off? in a random month for no apparent reason. And my brother's like, those weren't fireworks there, brothers, just stay in your room. Like, it was like one of those kind of things. But like, that was like a sobering moment. Not that there was like a ton happening in front of my old house growing up, but occasionally there was some stuff that would go on around the corner because it was like there was a big shopping mall. And, with malls, that sometimes chaos just ensues.
Oh, yeah. You go to the mall. What do you want to do? You just want to start shooting. Yeah. I mean, that's apparently what people are supposed to do at malls.
Yeah. I mean, back when there was the KB toy store, that's what I love doing. Just go in there and shoot it up.
Yeah. No,
and then they shut that place down, and I've never shot a gun again.
See, and for me, it's just happiness. The last thing I want to do is shoot a gun in a mall. All I want to do is buy things. Yeah, dude, I've been ruined by television shows because shotguns and guns and everything on television shows sounds so much more explosive than in real life. I bet I've heard a lot of gunshots in my time because I grew up not in a great town either. I always thought it was fireworks, and I would say the same thing. Like, what is going on? It's not July 4th. And my parents wouldn't even say anything to me. Like, there was nobody who would say a thing. Like, they didn't even want this little kid to know.
Right.
Those are gunshots in your neighborhood, son.
And at least with this situation, at least they could have been shooting off like lasers and stuff. That way, while he's talking about Comic-Con, there's some good sound effects going on.
Oh, right. Yeah. They really. It should have been pew-pews. You're right.
I believe there was an Iron Man behind us and a little bit of an incident with Captain America.
Yeah, well, luckily he had his shield, so he's in good shape.
Wow, though. I mean, that guy is got...
Jeff McAdam.
Yeah, he's nerves of steel.
San Diego broadcaster. He's got the Excellence in Broadcasting Award today.
Dude, people have dropped the S-bomb for like newscasters we've watched. And we've played the audio over the course of our time here doing the radio show that people dropped the S-bomb for dumber reasons. And he didn't even flinch.
No, not at all. I mean, look,
he apologized.
Flies flying in people's faces or whatever. People are, like you said, they're just dropping, really everything. And this dude is just like, well, Comic-Con can't happen. And I think there's gunshots. I don't know what's going on. I would have been like, okay, I'm out.
I feel like that's how he is just in life. Like, comes home, his wife's getting railed by, the weatherman, and he's just like, well, that's nice, Sheila. I'm going to go make myself some lunch. Wow. I don't think things faze Jeff.
Why do you got to do? Well, why is the weatherman going to be the one railing his wife?
Right?
That really besmirches the good weather, the meteorological community.
Well, there's a storm brewing.
Okay. Wow. Somewhere Walter Kelly's going like, what did I do to deserve to have my profession besmirched like this? Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah, but those weathermen, you're probably right, Steve. If anyone's going to be railing your wife, it'll be the weatherman.
Not my wife. Jeff's.
Yeah. Oh, I see. Jeff. Your wife, what's your wife, into the sports guy? I don't understand. My wife would never be with a weatherman, BJ.
Right. She's all about Aaron from Q13.
Oh, that's what it is. Okay.
Oh, nice.
I see.
What is weird? What is
I don't know.
Somebody shoot a gun behind us or something, please.
I'm sorry. A conversation that Steve Miggs in got weird. Very unusual.
Good morning, BJ.
Good morning. Two guys, we had to tell you about these two guys that had to be rescued after being swept out to sea on an inflatable mattress. Hey. Steve will tell you all about it. He's got the Miggs report for you at 6:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Miggs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Wenatchee is gorgeous in the spring with its lush green rolling hills, abundant wildflowers everywhere, and the views of the Columbia River. The local food scene offers an abundant selection of authentic international cuisines featuring the unique farm-fresh ingredients of the region. Wenatchee is also home to award-winning wines, handcrafted hard ciders, and a talented handful of local brewers producing fine craft beers. Visit Wenatchee, the heart of Washington State.
New on Curiosity Stream. With superior armies comes superior weapons. How has innovation mechanized the battlefield? From bullets to battleships and everything in between. It's machinery of warfare. Plus, from the gross to the gourmet. See how that in-flight meal lands on your tray table. On secrets of your airline food. It's all on Curiosity Stream. Annual plans are $20, just $1.67 a month. Visit curiositystream.com.
Imagine if you could sell your home and get paid twice. With Orchard, you can. It's simple. First, Orchard makes you a cash offer on your home. If you accept it, here's your cash. Really. Then Orchard handles the rest. Painting, repairing, listing, and showing your home. And when it sells for more than Orchard paid you for it, you get to keep the profit. Learn how to get paid twice for selling your home. Visit Orchard.com. It's the new way to home.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle.
Well informed on the issues of the day? Not this guy. Nope. Live from the KISW News Center in downtown Seattle, this is the Migs Report.
Well, thanks, you guys. Thanks to Kia Puyal for giving us the Migs Report. And today is, oddly enough, Talk in Third Person Day. So Steve would like to appreciate everybody for listening. And Steve also realized that it's also National Soup It Forward Day. So Steve was wondering, what is your favorite soup? And I'm done talking in the third person. I hate that.
Ricky Henderson.
I can't even do it. I can't. I just suck at that. Steve hates it.
Well, do we call it chowder or soup?
Yes.
All right,
chowder soup.
Okay, then clam chowder.
Clam chowder. You know, that was going to be my first pick, but then I started thinking a little more fancy. If I'm going to celebrate a soup day, I think I'm going lobster bisque.
Nice.
Especially when they go all like, they show it just from its inception. They put like a lump of lobster meat and then they pour the bisque over it.
That's good.
I love when places do that. It's nice. I know, I am. I'm drooling. All right, Vicky.
Oh, I definitely have to go albondigas.
What?
Huh?
It is a Mexican meatball soup. Potatoes, you can put carrots, zucchini. You can do a red one or a clear broth. It's so good.
I have never had this soup, but meatballs in a soup sounds wonderful.
Abongadigas?
Albondigas.
Huh.
Abondigas.
It means meatballs.
You know what? I'll have to bring you when I go to a restaurant where I need to order that because I don't want to piss anybody off.
Just be like that one, sir.
Sir, it's called a water pipe, not a bong. Rev?
Oh, Rev loves the butternut squash soup.
Yes.
Oh, it's one of my favorites. Oh, wait.
Butternut squash
It's
soup?
one of Rev's favorites.
I would never have picked that for Rev.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I love myself a good butternut squash.
What about, you guys like the lentil soup?
Hey, you like the lentil soup?
Or
You're
split
rich.
pea? Do you like that
Oh,
one?
no.
Wait.
I'm a big fan of split pea soup.
Hold on a second. Lentil soup is not split pea soup.
I know.
They're very different.
I know, but once I said lentil, I meant to say split pea, so I just tried to act like as if I was just throwing two things out there.
Oh, I see what you're saying there. Split pea soup is delicious. You got to have the ham, right?
Yeah. Oh, you can't say no to ham.
Okay.
But I know some people just think it looks disgusting because it's green and mushy.
So nasty.
Oh, but with crackers, good saltines, and split pea soup, you can't go wrong.
I agree. It is one of the most disgusting but tasty soups ever. It's disgusting looking, but really tasty.
Right. For the longest time, I stayed away from it because, like, you know, we had the cans of it in our house as kids, and then I was like, finally, I tried it. And I'm like, what the hell have I been waiting all this time?
All this time.
All right, Joe, the chef for the show. Joe, what would you say is your favorite soup?
Joe likes broccoli cheddar.
All right.
Nice.
You know, it's one I never even think of getting, but you're right. That is really good.
Joey really likes it from Panera, too.
Oh, Panera's pretty solid. Steve appreciates Panera as well.
Shout out to Steve.
Yeah, shout out to Joe.
Yeah, you want some good soups, you want some good breads, that's the joint.
Can't go wrong. A bread bowl soup. How about one texter says Italian wedding soup.
I don't even know what that is. I mean, I should know what that is. I'm Italian, but I don't really know.
Got like those noodles, right? Like the pasta, like those, like they look like bow ties.
No, they have like they almost look like little couscous.
Oh, the tiny balls.
Tiny balls.
Tiny balls.
Yep.
But it's so tasty.
French onion soup, one person texted in.
French onion soup is good.
Someone says chowder's not soup, it's too thick.
That's what I thought. See, that's what I thought. I really feel like that's why they call it a chowder.
I feel like chowder's soup.
Yeah, but
I literally just had to Google, is chowder soup?
Yeah. And I bet a lot of people have. Is it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Well,
good.
I mean, according to tasteofhome.com, chowder is a rich, creamy soup.
Okay. All right. I mean, you eat it the same way.
Let's head on over to Australia where you have a story about there's just two guys doing just drunk Australia things. I mean, I don't even know how this is even something that you think is a good idea, but they were carried out miles out into the sea. So they were they were in the middle of the sea, a shark-infested water, too, to throw on top of that, on a inflatable mattress, drinking.
Oh, that is... What?
Yes, they got drunk and decided to go sit on a mattress by the water, ended up in the water. They had to call authorities. They didn't call them because they were freaking out that they were in the middle of the sea in shark-infested waters. They called because, well, they started to panic when they ran out of beer.
Okay, these guys were trashed.
Yeah, they were wasted. Fortunately, they were okay, but here they are talking about what happened.
We had this mattress out the front of Noah's house. It was a bit deflated, so we decided to pump it up and go down, just have it dripped on the water, probably 50 metres off from shore. We got a bit too far out, and the wind kept picking up, and we got sent out to sea. As long as we had enough beers to keep us going, we were all right. Yeah. As soon as the beers got a little bit low, then we're like, we should try head back in. The mattress had 3 pinholes in it, so Noah's jumping off in the water every 10, 15 minutes to keep blowing the mattress back up.
Yeah, a lot of people are like, you guys are nuts. Like there's like a ton of sharks in this water.
Yeah, that's not cool.
Oh, wow. Well, they're okay, so.
You know, alcohol really makes you just forget about the important things or the dangerous things.
And it just found out they just got an endorsement deal with Foster's. No.
Good day, mate.
This is one of those stories where you're just like, no, this can't be true. But two women that used to work together, and they became really good friends. They're from Connecticut. And to the point where they were like, oh, we bond over the fact that we are both adopted. We both are bonding over the fact that we both have Dominican Republic tattoos on our body. Right. And then they find out they're actual sisters.
No.
After 9 years of being friends, they're like, man, we just seem too much alike. And they did a DNA test, and then they did some research and talked to some, like, the adopted parents and all that kind of stuff, and did all the stuff they needed to do to find out, yes, indeed, they are actual sisters.
Whoa, man, it just goes to show you that blood is thicker than water. The fact that they were that attracted to each other as friends.
Right.
There was something there.
I mean, what a cool story to find that out. And like, oh, this person's awesome. I wish we were sisters. Turns out we are.
Yeah. I mean, I think man. I just think you know.
You feel it?
Yeah, because I never felt it before until I had kids.
Yeah, okay, I could see that. Like that bond, that family bond.
Yeah, because I was adopted, and you know, I mean, I just never felt what other people felt for their siblings because, you know, these people I were living with were, you know, I mean, look, we got along great and everything, but there seemed to be something missing. And then I had my kids, and I'm like, oh, there's just something, I don't know, man, something primal that's there that goes, okay, this person is part of me.
I could see that, yeah. So, I mean, I bet it's like a spidey sense tingling for these two ladies.
Yeah, it must be.
And how about they have, like, matching tattoos?
That's insane.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, it's, and then I think it's really cool that they thought of, like, maybe we have the technology. Let's just find out. You know, especially since they were both adopted. They're like, wouldn't it be crazy? And it turns out.
I have sad news to report. The undefeated Mariners are no longer undefeated. They are now 1-1 on the spring training season.
Yeah,
they lost to the Indians yesterday. Yeah, like be like 6-1 or something.
Well, you know, listen, man, everybody looks really good offensively, and because the pitchers are trying to work their stuff out. If things are going to be a lot different. The pitchers are trying to get their act together. And
I truly believe that spring training doesn't matter unless you're winning, and then it matters.
Well, that's a good way to look at it, yes.
They play the Cubs today at noon. You can check that out. And I don't know if you saw this, BJ, but the Seattle Storm just decided to change their logo.
Dude, I actually, our buddy Shelly Hart had tweeted this out yesterday. And
I like it.
Yeah, it's a good-looking logo. I might have to get me a shirt.
It's green and gold, so that's nice. It's still got that nice little nod to the Sonics. It's got the Space Needle with a lightning bolt in it. That's the part that I like the most. It's got this cool, like, green lightning bolt. And apparently the way it's looking, it looks like kind of like a weird, like, half-circle patch with a point at the top. And that's to represent the top of the peak of Mount Rainier.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I was wondering why they picked that shape.
Yeah. So there you go.
It's a good-looking logo. I like it. And
merchandise is already available, BJ.
All right. Well, you know what, kids? Father's Day is going to be coming in June, so you got plenty of time to get me one of these shirts. I like it, man, and I like...
Start saving, Joe.
Yeah, right? Yeah. Come on, you can do it. And it looks like everyone's got a little bit of that action green or rave green or something like... I like that a lot of our teams are incorporating that kind of limeish, gravish action green, which is in that lightning bolt and surrounding the logo.
Yeah, it's got kind of like the forest green for the most part, and then it's got a brighter green as an accent and a border as well. So there you go. New logo from the Seattle Storm, and the needle looks cool in it.
Yeah.
All right, as far as weather, we got 55 degrees. It's going to be sunny today. That's the Migs Report, and that is what's up.
Oh, that's what's up, brother. There's a restaurant called Fawn's Pizza in Des Moines, Iowa, and they're going viral right now because, well, frankly, they're just insane because they got a new pizza.
Okay.
And it uses Fruit Loops. Yes, the cereal Fruit Loops as a topping. It's basically crust, cheese, and Fruit Loops. That's it.
Huh?
And
I need to see this. Okay, let me look it up.
Yeah, online. Somebody sent me this yesterday.
Oh,
and I'm like,
weird.
I don't know if I can do this.
So are they cooked onto the pizza, or is it looks like the cheese is melted onto the Fruit Loop? So
it looks like they sprinkle like cut olives. And the pizza looks really good if you didn't know what it was. Now, I do like sweetness on my pizza. I do like pineapple. So,
yep. Hell, I had mod pizza last night. The Caspian, the barbecue chicken. Removed the onions, tossed on some pineapples. I did it just for Danny V.
Nice. I noticed you didn't bring in any treats for your buddy.
Yeah, you know what, BJ? I totally forgot until this very moment. Maybe next time. Maybe.
Thanks. Yeah. I mean, you're in a mod pizza. How can you not think take no-name cakes. I'm all about the no-name.
I did pickup. I didn't go in there, really. I just walked in and took my stuff and left.
Okay, fine. They got a nice little display. It's a giant, lovely, triangular display. Oh,
man, I didn't even see it. I had a one-track mind. Walked in, got my damn pizza, and got the F out.
It's like foil, shiny goodness. How could you not see it? It's like the light hits it, and it just basically twinkles in your eye. All right.
It was for dinner. It was dark.
Okay, fine. You really learn who your true friends are. You really do. So anyway, I guess I would try it because, like I like Hawaiian.
I feel like there's too many Fruit Loops on it. I'm looking at it, and they just really put a lot.
There's a lot.
I think like a sprinkling of Fruit Loops I'm willing to try. I don't know, man. I don't know if I want to waste my calories on this.
It does have cheese.
That's a good point. And crust.
Yeah, I mean, really, cheese and crust. And I do like cheesy bread.
It almost seems like maybe like a breakfast type pizza. Like, I don't know.
They do have a steak and egg pizza as well.
So that's like breakfast pizzas.
Yeah.
And steak and egg pizza is great. That's a wonderful idea.
They do a lot of interesting pizzas. Like, they did one with, like, a crab rangoon.
Ooh.
Which
I love crab.
Yeah, right?
Right? So they...
I'm in on that one.
What can I say? I like crab.
I like delicious crab. Dude, I love DiGiorno went on Twitter and just wrote, "That's not pizza."
Well, DiGiorno, you know what? They do get to weigh in on these heavy subjects.
Like, that's not delivery, and that's not pizza.
People are split, though. I have to say, I thought everybody on social media would be out of their mind saying these people are insane at Fong's in Iowa, but turns out people are split. Some people go, hey, I want to give it a try.
Well, yeah, I mean, out of curiosity, I would try a slice. I don't know if I'd order it, though.
Yeah, I would try a slice, too. And, I mean, wouldn't it be crazy if it actually was good? If for some reason, somehow, all of that just seemed to work out?
Yeah. Of all things, though, I feel like I'm trying to think of if there's like a better breakfast.
Oh, Lucky Charms.
Lucky Charms.
Yeah, I would throw that on a pizza in a heartbeat.
They're actually doing a survey on their Instagram page asking people what the next cereal should be on a pizza, and they have...
20 grams.
They have, the Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Lucky Charms, Cocoa Puffs, and the Fruit Berry Captain Crunch one.
Crunch Berries?
The Crunch Berries, yes.
I would love Crunch Berries out of those four.
Really?
Yeah, Crunch Berries are fun.
You want your pizza magically delicious, don't you? I mean...
Marshmallows on a pizza?
Oh, I love marshmallows.
I don't know about that.
That goes a little too far for me on that.
Okay, how about s'mores pizza? Why don't we just mix two great things?
That might actually sell me on that one.
Wow.
Now you like say that. Like, I like dessert pizzas, and that would be a dessert pizza, right?
I said that as a moron, and as it turns out, it might be a good idea. Yesterday, Steve, he did get this one right.
The first Woodstock Festival was held in what year in the 60s?
Nice. 1969.
Yes.
Yeah. You know what? You set him up for these questions. Just, you know what he's going to answer. Yep. You want a shot at BD Steve? You got it. 206-421-ROCK. We'll be playing Beat Migs. We'll do that at 647 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. Here's another question from a listener. I'm getting my wages garnished. Can bankruptcy help with that?
Absolutely. One of the big reasons people file bankruptcy is because they have a judgment or a lawsuit against them, or their wages are getting garnished, and so they can't pay their other regular ongoing bills. People sometimes think that you can't file bankruptcy once they have a judgment against them or once a garnishment has started, and that's not true. Filing bankruptcy will immediately stop any garnishment that you have going, except for child support, and stop your creditors from continuing on with garnishments of your bank account, your wages, and in most cases will discharge that liability through the bankruptcy process. And we can file a bankruptcy case for you usually the day you come in.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.